This is MYP2, Unit 2, Chapter 2, and it's all about the power of 0. So if you think about 10 to the power of 5, that's 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, which is 10,000, a 1 with 5 zeros. 10 to the power of 4, well, it's just multiplying by 1 fewer 10, so 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, which is 10,000, which is a 1 with 4 zeros. And then 10 to the power of 3, 10 to the power of 2, 10 to the power of 1, which is just a 10 on its own, which is a 1 with 1 zero. So if you think about that pattern, every time you go down that pattern, it's less by a factor of 10. So you're dividing by 10 to get from one line of the pattern to the next line of the pattern. So if that pattern continues, what would the next one be? Well, it would be 10 to the power of 0, and if you keep dividing these by 10, then the next one should be 1. So divide everything by 10, you get 10 to the power of 0 equals 1. Now think about another pattern, 17 to the power of 5, which is 17 times 17 times 17 times 17 times 17, which works out to be 1,419,857. And if you have one fewer 17 in that pattern, so you have 17 to the power of 4, so you have 17 times 17 times 17 times 17, which is 83,521 as it happens. Then the next one would be 17 to the power of 3, which is 17 times 17 times 17, 4913. Next one's 17 squared, which is just 17 times 17, 289. And then the next one would be 17 to the power of 1, which is just a 17 on its own, so that's just 17. So thinking about that, you are dividing by 17 each time to get from one line to the next. So what would the next one be? Well, for this pattern on the left to continue, it would have to be 17 to the power of 0, because the powers are going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, so the next one has to be 0. And then if you keep dividing these by 17, then the next one should be 17 divided by 17, which is 1. So you get 17 to the power of 0 equals 1. So you could do that for any number, whether it's 10 or 17 or something else. So anything to the power of 0 gives 1 is the rule that we get for this. So x to the power of 0 equals 1 for any value of x, except for 0, because 0 to the power of 0 gives a bit of a problem, and we call that one undefined. So other than when x is 0, anything to the power of 0, x to the power of 0 for any value of x is equal to 1. And the common mistake that people make there, I think, is to think that it should be 0. They see power of 0 and they think it should equal 0. But you can see from this pattern that everything works out if you have anything to the power of 0 defined as being 1.